Hello, my beautiful friends. This is Dr. V. Welcome to a new Pick a Card reading. Today, we're going to get you some clarity on if your person misses you. So your twin flame, your soulmate, your beloved, your crush, if you are in some form of struggle or separation at this time, maybe you have minimal contact, maybe you have no contact. This reading is going to give you clarity as to what your person is thinking and feeling. It's also going to give you some clarity on what would they say to you if they could from their higher self. And then we're also going to take a look at what next actions your person wants to take to either resolve the situation or to move this connection forward. So if you're new to this channel or if you're already part of the Live Tarot family, I just want to say welcome. Thank you so much for being here. You know how much I love you guys. Your support has been so incredible. You have been so loving, so kind, not only just to me, but also to one another. So thank you for being so engaged in this community. Thank you for joining this community. For everybody who has subscribed, liked, and shared my videos, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And you always know that if you would like to have specific guidance, because these are general readings, right? They may not always resonate with your situation. You always know that if you would like specific guidance, you can have a personal reading with me. The link to that is in the box below. And so today I have 3 spirit guides that I have chosen for you. So that you can see who you feel most intuitively guided to deliver your message. So I'm going to give you a moment after each one to see where you feel that connection. All right. So your first spirit guide is Isis. Magic manifesting. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. Your second spirit guide here is Green Tara. Supreme protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitations. Trust. And your third spirit guide is Bridget. Inner strength. Move back to wholeness. Recognize that you have the power. So you can choose 1, 2, 3, or you can choose all of them and take the messages that resonate for you and your situation and leave the rest. So please do be gentle with yourself. There is no right or wrong answer here. And we'll go ahead and get started with group number 1. All right, my beautiful group number 1 that chose Isis. Here is your reading. Let's take a look at if your special person misses you. Okay, so first we have indecision. We have playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. We have surrender defensiveness. Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out. Then offer a clear, non-defensive response. Interesting. And last we have narrow pathway. Tread thoughtfully. Very interesting. So what I'm feeling here very, very quickly is that your person definitely misses you. Okay, that's the first thing here. They're really coming into a very intense phase of opening up their understanding of things. I feel like you may have noticed that in this relationship, in this connection, you may have felt that there is definitely a side of this person that can sometimes be a bit narrow-minded, as in like they tend to have sometimes a bit of a tunnel vision. And, you know, sometimes that just kind of, you know, depending on where we've been in life, depending on what kinds of situations we've dealt with, what kind of challenges we've dealt with, and how our life has been structured so far, sometimes we do get into phases where we are a bit more of this kind of like very narrow thinking, very tunnel vision kind of thinking. But I do feel that the universe really has our back at these times. And I feel like when we do go on that more of a narrow pathway and we're not able to really open up ourselves to more broader perspectives, which I think is essential when it comes to having a successful relationship, right? Like, you know, if we want to think narrowly, if we want to only think in terms of, how do we gratify our own desires? How do we satisfy only our own wishes? Then, it is probably best that we are on our own, right? But if we want love, if we want, a successful relationship with another human being, then we need to broaden our perspective, right? We need to be able to not think so narrowly. We need to be able to open up a sacred space for other perspectives. Now that includes your perspective, as in the person your person loves, you, right? As well as perspectives from the world. So I feel like your person right now, especially if there has been an energy of stepping back between the two of you, or some sort of an energy of, turmoil between the two of you, I feel like this temporary separation or this temporary struggle that the two of you are going through is helping your person to finally broaden their perspective. It's opening their eyes to the fact that they have been, kind of very narrow in their thinking. They haven't been able to open themselves up to your thoughts, your opinions, your perspective in a way that you should when you are in partnership, right? This is a crucial lesson that your person is learning at this time. Right now, it's like they've been treading thoughtfully in a very narrow way. They've been only looking at their own desires, their own wishes, what's right for them. But now, they are really being called upon through this struggle or through this separation. They're called upon by spirit to finally look at things in a broader perspective and to finally let go of their defensiveness. Because I'm also feeling that your person tends to be a bit defensive about their own opinions. They tend to want to hold on to their own viewpoints and perspective and try to make it right, even if it's wrong sometimes, And I feel like when they're called out about this, they tend to get a bit defensive, okay? They tend to be triggered into reacting in very defensive ways. And I feel like, so that's why I feel like with your person, sometimes it's very easy that to get this person worked up. They can get worked up very easily. They can feel very defensive, very angry. They tend to get a little bit volatile or hostile quickly at times. And so this is why I feel like your person needs time as well as space to kind of let their light heart come out again, because I do feel like they do have a light heart underneath all these layers of defensiveness. But I feel like this is creating a space for them to say, you know what, I need to come out of these heavier energies. I need to come out of this need to control, or this need to always have the last word, this need to be right. And I'm also getting a need to be looked up to. Okay, that's the other thing about this person. It's like they want you and other people to look up to them. They have that sense of like, if people look up to me as an authority, then that makes me feel more secure. That makes me feel like, yeah, I'm doing well in life. Like I'm who I want to be. And so that's also something that they kind of have to loosen a little bit of this death grip on, And this is why I feel like this playfulness energy is going to be very important for them. This energy of play, of letting things just flow, letting things just be. Stop trying to control every situation, every outcome. This is your person's problem. And this may be one of the reasons why you may have stepped away or you may have had an issue with this person, is because they tend to try to control. And within that, what also can be very frustrating is that when they are called out, when they are questioned in terms of their sense of, being a bit more narrow-minded, being a bit more on their own, on the path to their own opinions, I feel like that's when your person can become a bit indecisive as well, right? Because when they're questioned, they're not as self-confident. I'm getting this energy from your person that as long as people accept their opinions or people accept their word, they feel decisive. And it's a very interesting energy. But when you actually question them, when you actually say, no, I don't think what you're saying is quite right. I have this perspective. I disagree with you. That's when their lack of confidence actually comes out, and you can see that they are underneath, they're a bit indecisive. It kind of puts them off their game, And so I'm also feeling that you may, and this is for some of you, maybe not for all of you, but I'm also feeling that you may have finally called this person out. Okay, you finally, you took it to a certain extent. You gave them some rope. Okay, you gave them some leeway here. You gave them an opportunity to communicate with you, to explain their point of view. You gave them a lot of opportunity to show you why some of the things that they're being stubborn about are actually right, but I don't feel like they made a very great case. And I feel like when you actually questioned them, when you actually said, well, this doesn't sound right to me. I mean, I disagree with this. That's when it really kind of shot their confidence. Again, that's not your fault, right? That's just who they are. But I think that brought them into a state of indecision. That brought them into the state of, was I really right here? Or was I just kind of pushing my own agenda? So right now, as they're missing you, they're also being very indecisive about where they stand. They're trying to figure out, where do I stand on this? And how can I make the best of this situation or salvage the situation? Because there's something here that I've been overlooking. Okay, there's something here that they're overlooking. So let's go deeper here. Yeah, see? Not surprised. What else? Do they miss you? Wow. Okay, heavy energy is coming through here. We have the devil and death. Wow. We have the 9 of Wands. I'm going to take that one because that one fell face up. So again, you can see energies of struggle coming through. What else? Do they miss you? Yeah. Okay. Yes. Absolutely. So yeah, your person is struggling right now. They're definitely struggling with figuring out why they tend to have certain behaviors that alienate you from them. Okay, and they realize that if they don't do something about these behaviors, it's this relationship is going to be over permanently. Even, for now, I feel like there is like this energy of hope that is still around the connection, right? But I feel like your person, in missing you, in whatever absence there might be of you in their life right now. And it doesn't have to be a complete no contact absence. It can just be that you have withdrawn your love, or you've withdrawn your care, or you've become much more protective of your energy around this person. I'm feeling that you putting the walls up, which I think were probably necessary to protect yourself, you putting up protective walls, or you trying to protect your energy from this person, has become a big wake-up call for them. Okay, this has been a big wake-up call for them. They've realized that there is a lot of stuff that they need to deal with in terms of their own behavior. And they're starting to figure out that they are kind of their own worst enemy, in that their behavior can tend to be a bit overbearing or a bit toxic. And they need to kind of dig deeper into figuring out what is making them this way. Like, why do they have this need, this desire to always be the creator or the master of the narrative, you know? And what I mean by that, I feel like Spirit is giving me that specific line, master of the narrative, is that it really does come from, the idea of, you know, wanting their version of every story in their life to be the definitive one, right? Like, you know, their version of the truth is the truth. So they don't, you know, entertain other versions of the truth. And that's the problem. And that's where this devil's energy comes from, is when you are very enslaved to your own ego, when you're enslaved to your own perspective, to the point where you cannot open yourself up to other perspectives, so that oftentimes relationships around you end because of this. So I feel like your person has definitely been through this before. This is not the first time that they're experiencing this death, as in the death of certain relationships in their lives. It hasn't just been romantic ones, but also other relationships. So now it's like, it's becoming a wake-up call, because they are feeling quite wounded from those past experiences. But what I'm feeling here is that they haven't really ever taken full responsibility for those experiences. So it's almost like they're carrying around the pain of failures from the past, but they're not carrying around their notion of what is their role in those failures. Okay, so with this Nine of Wands, it's like, it's all about them feeling wounded. It's kind of like, oh, you know, nothing ever works out for me. Nobody ever loves me the way I love them. It's like they give themselves these excuses, right? Like, why doesn't anybody love me the way I love them? Well, the reason is because there's something there that you are blocking. But again, that there's this lack of responsibility. That's more about, I'm the person who's been wounded. I'm the person who's been wronged, but not quite yet, but we're getting there. This idea that, okay, well, if that is the case, can you dig deeper as to why? Okay, what is your role in this process? Because something is definitely there that is your role in it. So this is why we're getting this energy of this Three of Wands. It's like there's a waiting game going on here. There's a game of processing, waiting. You know, it's like there's a bit of this, I'm waiting for something to shift. There's even a little bit of this energy of them waiting for you to reach out, or them waiting for there to be some sort of a right moment where, you know, they might be watching you, observing you from afar. They might be asking friends about you. They may be watching your social media. They're waiting for some moment in which to re-emerge. Okay, they're waiting for some sort of a moment in which it feels right for them to re-emerge, to kind of, you know, reappear in your life. But I feel like what you're going to have to look at is, when they do reappear, are they more knowledgeable about themselves? Like, have they started to do the inner work to figure out, you know, what's their role in this and what needs to change so that they can have a successful relationship with you? Because if they come back to you with this same energy of this devil, and they haven't really done, like, they haven't really looked at themselves, then I feel like it may end up kind of in the same boat as it was before, right? So I feel like they're coming around to this idea, but they may need some more kind of, you know, tough love. They may need a little bit more tough love to see, you know, their side in this. So we're going to get some specific messages here, and then we're going to get what actions they want to take towards you next. See? Oh my gosh, that is funny. Yeah, definitely. What actions do they want to take next? Yeah, see? very interesting. All right, so see, you bring out the best in me. I'm a better person because of you. I want to cherish you forever. And that to me is a very specific, there's a definite energy here coming from the divine masculine to the divine feminine. Okay, so for some of you, this is definitely a divine masculine that is going through this process with you. Like there is a definite energy here of the divine masculine wanting to reach out to the feminine. I feel safe confiding in you. You're my best friend. I can share all of my secrets with you. So see, this is why they really do miss you, right? Because there was a level of trust here between the two of you. There was a deep connection here between the two of you, but something, you know, was pushed away. See, I pushed you away because I was scared to commit to a real relationship. So I feel like for some of you, when things got tough here, especially when this person's kind of like their tendencies to want to be right, their tendencies to be defensive, when all of these kind of things started coming out, I feel like that's when, if you called them out, right? If you called them out and you said, look, this is not right. This is not working. This is not what's right for our relationship. I think that's when they started pushing you away. And, you know, they realized that, you know what, this is a real relationship. This is what a serious committed relationship looks like. And you can't just treat it as, you know, you can't just treat it as it's my way or the highway, or like, you know, I'm always right and it's always one-sided. So there's definitely a sacred journey of healing that is going on here between the two of you. And I feel like this is something that your person very much wants to heal. They very much want to figure out how to find a way out of this situation that they have kind of cornered themselves into. So they're definitely taking their time here in terms of, you know, watching, waiting, figuring out when is the right time. But I feel like, again, Spirit is saying here is that there is a very sacred journey that is going on here, a journey to truth, a journey to self-discovery. And it's going to require that if the two of you come back together, that you do heal together. Okay, I feel like Spirit is saying that you want to heal this relationship, not just individually, but you want to treat it as a sacred journey that you're both on, so that you are healing together. Okay, and that's what's going to take you back to the road of true, you know, true sense of union, a union in a way that is very satisfying and makes you feel very content that you're growing together. So if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, or if you would like to order any of the oracle decks that I have created for you to also give you more clarity, all of the links are in the box below. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. My beautiful group 2 that chose green Tara, here is your reading on if your person misses you. So let's take a look at what we have here. We have action. We have new love. We have surrender negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. And fellow traveler, support is all around you. All right, so what I'm feeling here is absolutely yes, your person is missing you. Now the problem here is that for some of you, I'm feeling that this is a newer relationship. Okay, so there may be some bumps that you're feeling along the road of this relationship. And for some of you, so there's two messages that are coming through right now. I feel like for some of you, this is definitely a newer, like I said, newer relationship. And for some of you, I'm feeling that if there has been a specific ending It's interesting because I'm getting two very distinct energies here. So for some of you who this has been a specific ending, or you're feeling intuitively that this connection isn't going to go anywhere, I'm feeling that there is a new love on the horizon for you. So I do feel like there's like almost like two separate readings going on here, because this new love is representing two different energies at this time. So let me start with the first energy. So for those of you who you know, are in the category of this may be a newer love, right? You've just started to get to know each other. It may have just happened in this past year or so that you've fallen in love, that you've, you know, really grown closer to this person, and then something happened here. And I feel like part of what's happened is that your person, for some reason, they feel blocked in taking the right actions towards you and this connection. Okay, there's certain types of energetic blocks that they have, and there's a lot of negativity that they are dealing with in their mind, in their heart. And this really doesn't have anything to do with you. It has to do with, you know, parts of who they are, like their identity formation over time. I feel like your person can tend to get into more darker, more negative type of thinking. I feel for some of you, your person can also be a little bit melancholic. Okay, I'm getting an energy of melancholy, like somebody who can be very sad at times. And I feel like this has to do a lot with something in your person's past, something in their formative years, maybe in their childhood, some sort of wounds that have not been healed. And because of that, they can give off this energy of melancholy, sadness. But I also feel that you are, in some sense, you were attracted to that sense of melancholy because there was something within you that wanted to help heal this in this person through this love, through this bond that you share. Now, that's not at all to say that only that they should be taking your energy and you should be giving that energy. No, I feel like what that truly means is that there's something that brought the two of you together because you both have certain wounds that you can help each other to heal. Okay, that's the energy that I'm getting, is that there are certain things that you coming together with this person is going to help you heal and is going to help them heal. But it may be initially, until that healing takes place, until there is more a deeper sense of bonding, knowledge, and understanding between the two of you, it may make for a bit of a bumpy road. And that might be what you are experiencing right now. If you have, been struggling, if you've had to kind of step back and take some space right now, your person really is missing you very deeply because they also knew this at the soul level, that there was something about you, about this connection with you, which was very helpful in this healing process. Like, you were very soothing. Like, there's something about you. I'm getting the phrase soothing balm. Like, your love, your connection has been like a very soothing, gentle balm for this person. Kind of like that lotion, BALM. Like, it's like the soothing lotion that just makes you feel better. And I feel like they are hoping, they want for them to be the same to you. I feel like one of the things that they're a bit embarrassed or ashamed of at this time is that they're wondering if they have not really been able to reciprocate that soothing quality. It's like, I feel like when they fell in love with you, they wanted to be that soothing presence in your life. Like, they really wanted to be there for you. They wanted to bring, love, nurturing, soothing, calmness, and peace to your life. Because I feel like both of you may have struggled with a bit of chaos in your life in the past. But one thing that right now I think is really bothering your person is that they feel like, for whatever has happened between the two of you, somehow they have dropped the ball on that. Like, they have not been able to reciprocate that sense of, I'm here to soothe and help you heal through your difficulties as well. It's not just a one-way street. So I feel like there's like a little bit of a disconnect where you may have really been very healing and soothing to them. They have not been able to really be the same to you. And that's something that they regret. And I think part of that is because there was something about their actions that did not line up. They didn't take the right actions to really be reciprocal in this connection. There was something here that they needed to reciprocate. They needed to support you on. And I feel like they dropped the ball. They did not support you. I feel like something has happened here, or some sort of challenge may have come up in your life that you thought this person would really have your back. Like you thought, okay, yeah, you know, this person loves me. They are here for me. I know I can count on this person. But somehow they didn't give you what you needed or what you wanted. And I'm not saying that they like literally dropped you or like literally turned their back on you, but I feel like there was something that there was some form of support that you were looking for from this person that I think was very valid, that I think was reasonable. I think the level of support or what you wanted from this person was totally reasonable on your part, but for some reason, I almost feel like they didn't take your issue seriously enough. They didn't take whatever was bothering you or whatever challenge you were facing. This person didn't take it seriously enough. So they didn't give you the level of support or the level of action that they should have given you. Okay, and that is why they are also deeply regretting and missing you at this time. And you may have also stepped back from them because of this, because you may have said, look, you know, when things got really tough for me, you weren't there. Okay, you did not, you know, I'm so hurt and disappointed because when things got really tough for me, you were not there the way I needed you to be. And they're very embarrassed and ashamed of that. Okay, so that's one energy. Now, that other energy that I was getting that was coming through very strongly was that for some of you, you're in a different situation where you do feel like the person that you're watching this reading for, there may not be much hope left in terms of either uniting or reuniting with them. And so for that group, I'm feeling a very specific energy that Spirit is saying that it's okay. If you have decided that you are leaving that person, that you are done with that person, I feel like Spirit is encouraging you that, you know what, if you intuitively feel that it's time to go, you're right, because there's something much better for you on the horizon. There is a new love that is coming your way. So this is really important. This is just like I said, for some of you, it may not resonate for everybody, but I do feel like Spirit is specifically saying here, if you have walked away from somebody, even though you're still watching this reading for them, because, you know, there's lingering, of course, there's always lingering feelings, you know, things that we have to process. There's a time of grieving that we all have to go through when we're letting go of something, right? So if you're in the process of letting go of something, Spirit is saying, we are here for you. We are supporting you. We're going to help you heal. We're going to help you move on. But what we need for you to do is to give up any kind of negative thinking you have around love. Don't think that this is a failure. Don't think that, you know, you wasted your time or energy on this person. Everything is a lesson. Do not think negatively, because you have a new love that is coming through for you, and you don't want to push that new love away. You want to keep your mind open, positive, and ready to receive this new love into your heart. You want to create the sacred space in order to receive the new love. And when you feel guided by Spirit, you want to start taking action towards that. Okay, it doesn't have to be today, it doesn't have to be tomorrow, it doesn't have to be next week. But I feel like if you keep yourself in a very good, positive place, Spirit is going to give you that inspiration. Spirit is going to give you the nudge as when is it time to take action in a certain way that is going to bring this new love in. Okay, so that's a very specific message for some of you who are in that situation. So let's go deeper on your person. Do they miss you? What else can you tell us, Spirit? Do they miss you? Wow, look at that. Very interesting. Wow. Do they miss you? So again, look at this. We're getting 2 tens with the Page of Wands, 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords. Wow. And the Fool here. So again, do you see this, guys? There is a continuing energy here about, for some of you here, that you have a new beginning on the horizon. And again, I feel like there's 2 specific energies coming through here. 2 very specific energies. So let's start with that first group. For those of you who are trying to figure out how to heal this with this person, or what's going to happen next with this person, I feel like there has been a lot of stress in this relationship. 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands, okay? There's a cycle that is ending here. But I feel like that cycle, for those of you who are feeling that there is a clearing energy coming through here, the cycle that's ending for the 2 of you is the cycle of negativity that was kind of ruining this relationship in the past. And it's coming to an end because it caused a lot of friction. It caused a lot of stress here for both of you. And so you both decided that it's time to put down these 10 wands. It was burdening you. So you may have taken a break. You may have stepped back. You may be clearing your energy right now. You may be very much, trying to come out of negativity and come back into a belief in your future together, and a belief in working this out. But again, I feel like there was something that you were going through, and I'm even more convinced of that because of this 10 of Swords and this 10 of Wands. I mean, these are very interesting that you got both, right? Very heavy energies, really the energy of I've come to the end of my rope. However, the beauty of these 2 tens is that this negative cycle that you have been going through is definitely coming to an end. Like there's this, there's an ending to that bad phase, and there is a new dawn that is coming. And so again, I feel like, whatever this issue is that you have gone through perhaps on your own, where you felt unsupported by this person, that issue may also be coming to an end. And there may be a time here where your person is going to come to you and say, you know what, I should have done things differently. Can you please forgive me, with this Page of Wands energy? Okay, communication coming through, regret, remorse, asking of forgiveness, a promise of doing things better and differently as you move forward, and asking for a new beginning. Like, can you take another chance on me? This time I swear I won't let you down. I know it's a risk with this Fool's energy. I know I'm asking a lot of you, but they may ask you for this new beginning. Like, okay, you know what? I know I've been a fool. I know I'm asking too much of you. I know I haven't been there for you. I know that I screwed this up. But are you willing to take a leap of faith on me again? Because I will prove to you that this time I am not going to let you down. Okay, so that's one energy here. Now the other energy is that continuing energy that we were feeling for that group of you who you feel like you don't see hope in the situation. Like you're still watching this for somebody, but it's part of your healing process. It's part of the process that it takes to let go of somebody fully. So again, I feel like Spirit is saying to you, you have hit a very difficult time. Yes, it has been very painful. 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands. You've been carrying a lot of burdens on your back. Spirit is saying, my dear one, it is time for you to lay down your burdens. It is time for you to stop feeling like these 10 swords have been buried in your back. I feel for many of you, you feel very betrayed. You feel like this person may have lied to you, cheated on you, used you. Because to me, there's a lot of heavy energies here for this group of people coming through, where you feel, and I feel really, really bad for you guys. It's not fair because you deserve so much better. I feel like for some of you, this person was very unfair to you. Okay, again, very unfair. They may have used you, lied to you, cheated you, backstabbed you in some way, not there for you, made a lot of promises and didn't deliver. So this is that energy. But again, Spirit is saying you're coming to the end of this cycle, but you have to get yourself out of it with this tens, right? The tens tell us that even if you feel like you've hit rock bottom, you are now coming into a new phase. It's time for you to open yourself up to new beginnings. It's time for you to step into the world in a new way, okay? It's time for you to bring back that childlike enthusiasm, you know, that part of you that is still hopeful, that is still excited about the future. The childlike part of you, you know, the part of you that still has faith and believes in the world and has trust in love and has trust in spirit and just knows that everything is always working out for you. It's time. Spirit is saying, bring back that energy, you know, take a risk again. As in, you know, believe that life is going to turn, that you're going to turn a corner and there are great, great things waiting for you, especially that new love. Okay, so very interesting. I feel like there's like a double reading in this reading. So let's take a look at some specific messages and next actions. Yeah, okay. So see, I'm living the consequences of my bad choices. I lost you and now I'm desperate to win your heart again. That makes sense, right? This person, they really, going back to that, you know, they made some bad choices. They weren't there for you. See, I don't deserve you. You're too good for me. I took you for granted and misbehaved with you. Absolutely. Now that to me is for both of the energies that are going through here, of people misbehaving, right? Of people not seeing your value, people not treating you right, people not supporting you when you needed that support. I keep replaying everything that happened between us in my mind. It hurts too much. So yeah, they are definitely missing you. They're definitely regretting, you know, because they understand now that they were in denial. They understand that they repressed a lot of these emotions, that they denied you their comfort, their love, their nurturing, their support, and they should not have done that. And they are very much regretting that they hesitated. Because see, this is the thing. I feel like, again, very strong energy here. Why did this person hesitate? When it came time to give back to you, when it came time to stand by you, they hesitated. They did something. There was some sort of denial within them. There was some sort of block within them that did not let them step forward and truly be there for you in the way that they want. And that is why they're coming through with this energy of the fall or change, which is what this fall or autumn represents, right? Like they want to turn over a new leaf with you. They want to change this situation. So I feel very strongly that they are going to try to prove this to you. They're going to reach out to you. They're going to show you that, hey, if you take this chance on me, I will never let you down again because I know what I did wrong in the past. Now that's for that group. Now for the group where, like I said before, where you have decided this is over, this person really behaved very badly with me, I feel like what Spirit is saying to you is it is time for you to, you know, start opening yourself up to change within yourself as you move forward. Because like I said, there very strongly that new love is coming in for you. Okay, so at some point there is a change that is coming in for you. But Spirit is telling you, you know, don't hesitate and don't deny. Okay, so don't live in denial. Don't repress your emotions. If you're going through a difficult time right now, go through those emotions. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be frustrated. It's okay. Let all of your emotions out. Do not deny them. Start your healing process. Go through that. But when that new change comes through, when you feel that you have finally purged all of that energy and you are now ready to love and value yourself, you're ready to create a sacred space for a new person, they're saying don't hesitate when that love comes through. Okay, don't hesitate. Keep yourself open. So if you'd like to have a personal reading with me or order any of these oracle decks that I've created for you, all of the links are in the box below. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that this brought you clarity. There's some very interesting, this one was a very interesting reading, so I hope that that brought you some clarity. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all, and I'll see you all on the next video. My beautiful group number 3 that chose Bridget, here is your reading. Let's see if your person misses you. Strategy. Wedding in reverse. Interesting. Surrender to your intuition. Tune in to your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. And view from above. Get the big picture. Very interesting. So, in terms of your person missing you, yes, they absolutely do miss you. Now, here's the thing though. We're getting a lot of energy here from your person about not being able to see something that is greater than themselves. Okay, that's really interesting because to me, that is also very much linked to this energy of intuition. Okay, so I feel like one of the things that your person definitely struggles with is they may be a much more of a practical, much more of a logical kind of a person than an intuitive person who really has a very deep access to their own heart energy. Okay, so that's, you know, that's okay. You know, we all have different ways in which we have experienced the world. And based on those experiences, we have decided to either, you know, get closer in tune with our inner voice, or we've decided to more focus on the external, right? Like more focused on, okay, I need to be logical. I want to be in my head, as in I want to use my mind. I want to get things done in the world. Intuition or like, you know, very strong feelings make me a little bit more uncomfortable. It's not something I'm used to. I feel like your person is very strategic. Okay, they're analytical. They are much more into, you know, action, what works, what's not, pros and cons. Like I'm getting a very analytical analysis kind of an energy here from your person. They struggle with opening up their emotions. They struggle with listening to the voice of spirit within them because they're used to operating in the world and getting results from the world through action. Okay, just through strategy and action. Like, okay, they approach things from this point of view, like, okay, this is the issue. This is either the problem or the issue, or this is my desire. This is my goal. This is what I want. And this is literally the kind of person who will make a list. Okay, if I have this goal, what are the steps I need to take in order to get to this goal, right? And then they'll even make a list. They'll say, okay, well, if I want this, what is the pro of that? What is the con of that, right? So this is somebody who is strategic. And so I feel like there's something about them that is very likable as well. I mean, I'm not saying that they're an unlikable person. I feel like there's something about them that can be very sweet because they're almost kind of like an absent-minded professor. Like, you know, there's something about them. Even though they're very analytical, they could probably even be good at math, you know, mathematical. They kind of live in their heads, but at the same time, they're also very, sometimes too much focused on detail, right? So they kind of get their energy very very focused on minute details sometimes, and then they don't see the bigger picture. And I think that's what may have caused some sort of a rift here between the two of you. I feel like this person may have been a bit nitpicky with you. You know, they may have been so focused on the details in your relationship that they really weren't able to open up their heart to you in a way that was satisfying to you. So if you feel that you've stepped away from this, or you're kind of not sure, like, why is this person even acting this way? What's up with them? I think that's what it is. Like, now that you have withdrawn your energy, or now that you are not like showing as much interest anymore, because I'm also feeling that for some of you, maybe you've decided to like lower your interest in this person. I feel like because of that, they are now seeing the value of that emotional side to life. Because it's not that they're like completely robotic or unemotional. I just feel like they never really prioritize emotion in their life until they fell hard and fast in love with you. So I feel like falling in love with you made them appreciate in a much deeper way than they ever had before the value of being in touch with your feelings, the value of being in touch with your heart and knowing your heart, and then acting from the vantage point of your heart, right? So up till now, everything has been a strategy for them. I feel like this is the kind of person who's even approached like dating or finding the love of their life strategically, right? Ooh, okay, I am ready now to find the love of my life. What do I need to do? What are my action steps? What is my strategy to bring in the love of my life? So this is how they approach everything. It's almost like everything is kind of like a business deal. It's like a business way, you know? They're not so easily kind of in the flow of things. But I do feel that in the time that they fell for you, and the time that they connected with you, started to get to know you at a much deeper level, it opened up those avenues within them. They started to come a little bit out of that whole strategy, mathematics, processes and analysis kind of mode into, okay, let's get out of the details. Let's try to look at the bigger picture. Okay, and the bigger picture is I need to make an emotional investment here. This is not just an investment of time, money, energy, or all these other things. Where is the emotional investment in this? And this is where it's like, I think they realize this a bit too late. They may have turned you off before they realize this, because we're getting wedding in reverse. So I feel like this person, you may not even know this. They may not even have been able to really communicate with this you, but with you. But I feel like they were very much seeing you as somebody they could marry. Okay, as they fell for you. They were very much seeing you as somebody they could have a long-term commitment with. And this may come as a shock to you, because they may not have acted like this at all. They may have never even verbalized this. They may never have said anything. You might be like blown away by this idea, like, really? This person? No. No, no. But yes. But that's why we're getting wedding in reverse, as in like they were definitely thinking about this, but they kind of dropped the ball somewhere along the way, and now they're kicking themselves. And they realize that if they don't open up this emotional investment part of this relationship, then they're never going to realize this dream, that this dream will be always out of their reach, hence the, in reverse, right? So they're really kicking themselves right now, and they are very much missing you. So let's go deeper. What else, Spirit, about your person missing you? What else should we know here? Interesting. We got that same card in reading number 2. Interesting. So there's some, see? Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. See? This is what I mean by this wedding in reverse with the Lovers. And then we have this card of, wanting to communicate, wanting to take action. Wow, 10 of Pentacles. Amazing, okay? Again, wedding. Wow. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. Wow. Amazing energy. So yes, okay, this person like I said before, and you may be shocked by this, they really, this is the real deal for them. And I feel like this is a very unusual reading because I feel like this person has not so far been able to communicate their true feelings with you. I think this is the whole point of this reading, is that they're really missing you. They're really kicking themselves right now because they feel almost like their behavior was, or their words went down totally the wrong path. Like, how sometimes when you feel like you can step out of your own body and you're seeing yourself saying things or doing things and you're like, no, why did you say that? No, why did you do that? Like, you just like did the wrong thing at the wrong time and you didn't go down the right path. You weren't able to communicate exactly how you were feeling. Okay, so with this Page of Wands here, I'm also getting that this person tends to have a bit of that childlike energy. They're not yet the best communicators when it comes to their heart. Okay, they may be very good at their work. They may be very good at, like I said, strategy, numbers, processes, organization. I feel like they're good at organizing things. But see, these are all analytical things. When it comes to their heart, this is where it's an entirely different story. They haven't quite yet mastered the skill of communicating from the heart. So they love you so much, and yet they realize that you probably don't even know it. Okay, they realize that they haven't even been able to fully even express. It's like the tip of the iceberg of what they have been able to express to you, because look, what they want is this 10 of Pentacles. And it's amazing because it's exactly what we were saying here, is that they saw this with you. 10 of Pentacles is the card of having that full life with your partner. Marriage, family, commitment, home, living under the same roof, being together every day, waking up together, solving problems together, leaving a legacy, having dogs, having cats, pets, you name it, kids, grandkids, whatever it is that you two see as sharing a real life together. This is what your person wants. And they are shit scared right now that they are not going to be able to have that with you, because they never even really gave you any hint that this is what they were thinking. Why? Because look at this, we're getting nine of Pentacles. They kept trying to show you the wrong things. Okay, so this person may have been much more focused on showing you, look how successful I am. I'm so happy. I've built my own little thing here. I have my own little empire. I'm doing really well. Look how smart I am. Look how successful I am. Look how influential I am. Like there's a sense of pride that they do have here for something that they have built. For some of you, this person may be an entrepreneur, a business owner, or they just may be really good at their career. And so there's again, their sense of strategy and processing and analyzing has definitely helped them when it comes to money. It's helped them when it's come to their career. But again, they didn't realize that this is a separate thing, that when it comes to matters of the heart, it's not the same thing telling somebody that, oh, hey, I have a good job. I have good money. I've earned, good amount. I have a nest egg. Like, that is not the way to tell somebody, oh, I want you to be my spouse, or I want you to be my life partner. It's like, to me, it's like that. What is that? There's this thing, right? Like certain animals, right? Like, how do they show their mates that they're worthy of them, right? Like, don't they like show off their beautiful hide, or like they show off their beautiful feathers? They like dance in front of the other animal that they're interested in. They make themselves look great. Like, they have certain behaviors, right? So I feel like that's what this person did. Like, they tried to show you how they feel by like saying like, how successful they are and how they're so ready to move on to that next level in life. They want a home. They want a family. They said all this, but instead of saying, I love you and I want to build this life with you, Instead, they were dancing around it by kind of showing off their achievements, which is interesting, right? Because they may not have had the guts or the communication skills mastered to really open up their heart. That's the issue here. So let's take a look at some specific messages, and then we'll take a look at their next actions. Yeah, okay. So see, they right now are feeling very lost and alone without you. Okay, and they don't want to be alone anymore. I do feel that this person has spent significant time in solitude in their life overall. You know, like they may have gone, you know, quite some time between relationships. Relationships may not have worked to the best of what they wanted to be. So when a relationship would end, they did spend quite a deal of time in solitude, because I feel like they do go hard on themselves. You know, they sometimes do blame themselves for relationships that have not worked out in the past. They've experienced a lot of loss and heartbreak in that way. But again, I feel like it's because they haven't, you know, been open enough with their emotional side. They haven't been able to communicate their true emotions, and that's why they have felt a loss many times in their life. And it's kind of like repeating itself right now with you, but with you it's different because you are more important to them than anybody else was in the past. So they've definitely been feeling very alone and lost without you, and they are seeking movement, okay? They want to move this relationship forward. So to me, this travel card is also for some of you who are maybe in a long distance relationship. Guys, maybe in, you know, different cities, states, even nations, even continents. So there's a desire here that your person wants to physically come to where you are. For some of you who are in that position, they want to be able to talk to you face to face. They want to be able to express their love to you in person. So you may see some movement on their part. And for those of you who are not in a long distance relationship, this also just represents kind of like that Chariot's energy, is that they don't want this relationship to be static anymore. They want to move it forward towards this beautiful, you know, lovers plus this beautiful 10 of Pentacles, right? Like they are ready to move this forward, and they're ready to do it the right way. So they're ready to start coming, you know, through more truthfully, more about their emotional energy. See, I'm tortured by visions of the life we almost had. We could have been so happy together, and I ruined it all. So they're, you know, they're wanting to have this life with you, right? They feel like they ruined it by being a bit too robotic here. I tried to forget you, but it's not working. I always feel your presence with me. I'm magnetically pulled to you. See how all of these are in alignment with this energy, with all of this beautiful, loving energy that we're getting. You challenge me in ways that make me grow. Even though it's difficult, I know it's right. So absolutely, you've definitely, because they love you so much, you've definitely challenged them to start opening up their heart energy, to start opening up about their true emotions, and to not just, you know, come from that space of, you know, analysis and practicality and logic, right? Like, this is about love. This is about matters of the heart. This is literally about lovers. This is not about work, career, job, like, you know, all the things that they have achieved or used their energy towards achieving. This is a whole new realm for them. It's going to take them some time to learn, but I feel like their heart is definitely in the right place here in wanting for this to come together. So if you would like to have a personal reading with me or order any of the oracle decks that I've created for you, all of the links are in the box below. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I love you all, and I'll see you all on the next video.